go racing, folks, and it's a very even start from the entire field.
There's a freight train forming behind him right now. He will be as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. I can give you the hot tip. Sideways as a bishop on a chessboard. That was incredible car control.
Going for a bit of an ambitious dive now, and oh, there's contact! Here they come now, around the final turn on the final lap. They're side by side.
Oh, there's contact now. Someone is going to be hitting the showers early tonight, I'll tell you what.
Crosses the line for P1. Brilliant racing, absolutely sensational stuff.
This is heart-pounding. This is nerves-rising. This is Simsational TV.
Welcome to the Simsational Wednesday Cup, where we are broadcasting from the beautiful rolling hills of Connecticut at the historic Lime Rock Park. Tonight, a packed grid is strapping into the fan favourite Mazda RX-8 Cup car. These things are powered by those screaming, high-revving rotary engines. These identical machines mean mechanical advantages do not exist. It is all down to pure driver skill. The format for tonight's event is grueling. We're kicking things off with a high-stakes qualification session to set the grid, followed by 3 intense races back-to-back. Consistency is going to be the absolute key to walking away with overall victory. Lime Rock might look short on paper. It's only 1.5 miles long, but let me tell you, it's a brutal, non-stop roller coaster. Keep your eyes on turn 1, the Big Bend, the long right-hander that absolutely destroys front tyres. Then the drivers must survive their terrifying blind apex of the downhill section, where one wrong move sends you straight into that pit wall. Nailing the slipstream all the way down Samposi Straight will be the key to overtaking tonight. The drivers are locked in, the tension is electric, and the engines are screaming. So strap yourself in and get ready for so much action tonight. Zach, I'm super pumped about this one, mate, and I'm on my way to you in the comms box as I speak.
Good evening, Dino, to you, mate, and good evening every single person out there tonight in Sim Racing Land. Welcome to Simsational TV's broadcast of the Wednesday Cup, this beautiful, beautiful place that we like to call the home of Simsational Esports. And boy, oh boy, have we got a sight to see here tonight. This is Lime Rock, and this is exactly where we are here, ladies and gentlemen, on the circuit. This is a fantastic place to be. I love every single moment of this because this track is a rip snorter. You can see these cars going around at 400 miles an hour. The RX-8s are buzzing their asses off. They are ready to rock and roll. They are getting rip snorted and ready to go here. I'm super excited. And Dino, with this being the penultimate round of the championship, things are going to start spicing up deluxe here.
Oh, I tell you what, this is going to be as spicy as it gets, Zach, and this is why I get excited about these things. Have a go at that timing tower. We've got the top 6 separated by not even a second. So Benny Hines has gone out and set a time, and Fabian Fitness, bang, he's right there with him. Whistler, Kay, I tell you what, it's the usual suspects at the moment. I'm trying to control myself here, Zach, because this is 3 races, but mate, I can't help be excited about this one. Being the penultimate round, these guys are going to go all out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, mate. They will be flogging it around here big time here tonight. And especially when you're in practice session and they're doing some racing, practicing, so to speak, already, that's definitely going to be with that sort of thing going on. I love a bit of action, and I love a bit of tomfoolery out there going off in the chat already. Fabian's having a sook because he's got ballast on, but if I equated it up exactly, he's got more than he has from last week. So Fabian, ease up, Champo. You will be fine. Everything's going to be okay. Now, these boys here right now are going to be into qualifying very shortly. But look at that timing tower, Dino. The spread is amazing there at the moment. Not even 2 seconds separating basically anyone from 1st to 20th. That is awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's a tight field, and I love tracks like this, Zach. They're so small and so technical. You have to get every corner right, as we've just seen there in the background. You just touch the grass there and the car's slipping and sliding all over the shop. You have to be exact. Look at that, cutting that corner there. And now, is this what I think it is, Zach? Are we getting ready for a qualifying session?
We sure are, mate. We are getting ready and rip-snorting ready to go in this session. You can see them all now just starting to line and form an orderly queue. 8 minutes here tonight is a qualifying action. And you can just see beyond the... oh, goodness gracious me. Have a look at that for a stitch up there in the old viewage department. Have a look at that for a bit of a colour out there on the grid tonight. We have got 24 cars going around for this session, and it is going to be very, very much so the hottest property in the attacking style, I would say, here for these boyos tonight to absolutely get themselves set up and set for all three races, as you said, Dino. Going to be high-stakes stuff here tonight. And the man who is leading the championship at the moment is this guy, Fabian Fitness, there in the red mist machine. He is a very feisty man out there, ready to go. But tell you what, last week at Mid-Ohio, this man here, Benny Hines, was on absolute fire. He tried to get past people. He couldn't get past them. Then he got past Fabian Fitness. And then Fabian was trying to go back at him. There was unbelievable scenes there, and we were all excited. You and Pete were excited as bloody two cats in a tampon factory. I'll give you the hot tip, because it was on. When this is qualifying now, though, and this is where it starts to get nervous. A minute laps around here, Dino. So minutes and equals about 7 laps here of themselves to get the cars ready and sorted, rip, snorting and go. This could be interesting. I'm excited.
Oh, this is definitely going to be interesting. And this man that we're seeing on screen at the moment, Benny Hines, he's going to throw it down to our championship leader, Fabian Fitness. And I see Fabian right behind him now. Geez, they're taking the P155 with those chicanes through there, but that's how they hang on to it. I mean, the car behaviour in this thing, they would be very busy drivers behind the wheel. Look at them sliding. This is just an outlap, ladies and gentlemen. They're just starting to get prepped here so that we're going to start seeing some indicative times coming around after this lap, and I would bet my bottom dollar there's going to be some great laps, because as I look up and down that field, that timing tower, Zach, that is an impressive lineup of drivers. We've got some heavyweights in here tonight for sure.
Yeah, we do. And the big surprise for me during the practice session in the week was Derek Whistler. The man was on fire. He was the quickest man in practice as he circled around this circuit. And right now, these two have come to the party, Benny Hines, and right behind him is big old Fabian Fitness too, just hounding him. And you can see the way that he's driving it here in this qualifying session for their first laps. This is on now. So this is where you get your banker lap in. Don't worry about any track limits. Just dance it over the curbs. Use the absolute P155, as Dino said, in the old track limits department. And then get yourself strapped in for the next two corners, which are very, very slidey. Look at the way Benny Hines turns it in. He's so aggressive on the wheel. Just gets the thing pointed. Doesn't use all the track limits himself. Fabian does, though. This is a great POV here, and it's going to be very interesting to see what the indicative lap times are going to be for these two drivers as they come across the start-finish line right now. So we'll see. Benny Hines is going to set the fastest lap of the session, but is Fabian going to pip him? He is, with a 101.14 versus a 101.3, and in comes to the 102s. There's the Hackster as well. So he's set his personal best banker lap now, and Remo Grant's coming through. They'll all start to tumble down and tumble up the order there too. So does Harry Kay. He comes in as well. That's a name that we like to see here. The big Henners, he will be right there ready to go. Liam Holyoke too, Dino. Times are tumbling here. So we've got our first lap in. 5.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, definitely starting to see that timing tower come alive now, and I don't think we've seen the end of it yet. Fabian Fitness playing the smart game. He just tucked himself in there behind Benny Hines and went for a little bit of suck and took full advantage of that one. So let's see if roles are reversed there, but Kay, he's out there and he is a very fast man, so I'm expecting to see some quick times from him. I love how they're using a bit of the car park through there. It might as well be, because they're definitely using as much as they can. The Hackster, he's got two green sectors here. Now this man, another dark horse, pulls out results whenever he wants to, goes fast. Fabian Fitness now, he's done a 1 minute flat 9. There is a challenge, ladies and gentlemen. He is throwing down, and I tell you what, there's a field here of 23 cars, and they're going to throw down to him. The Hackster, he's still playing on with this one. We haven't got long to go now. We've got 4.5 minutes. So what's the predictions from here? I'd love to see some of them in the chat. Let's see who you guys are backing and what they're doing. But before I throw back to you, Zach, I'd like to make a comment about this man, Derek Whistler. absolutely on fire at the moment, putting in the hard yards, and the results are coming through. Hats off to you, Derek. Great job, mate.
Yeah, big stuff. Big gains there for Derek, but look at that. He takes absolutely sideways through the first bit of the chicane as well. He was the quickest man doing 1 minute at the moment. He's big Fabian Fitness, and so is this guy during the practice session. But he's come alive here at Lime Rock. Maybe he's qualifying. He's just got the nerves, and he needs to get that little bit of the nervous factor out of him and get himself settled for the racing here at the moment. The first two sectors are not personal best, neither is the third, so he's going to reset the order in terms of his head and keep driving around. Brennan Hacker's gone across the line and only come within 500ths now of Benny Hines too, but Fabian Fitness does a 1 minute 0.9, sends it back to the pits and says, come and catch that one, boyos. I'll go for another 2. But look how close it is here for everyone from Derek Whistler, Andre Elliott in there, just set of 101.8. Then it's Clint Olive, not even a tenth behind him. And then 700 splits Pedersen, Olive, Liam Holyoke only separated by a tenth as well for 10th place. So it's literally Bees Dixon material here for these boyos. This is on here like Donkey Kong. I'm looking forward to what the racing's going to be if qualifying's this tight, Dino.
Oh, I tell you what, how is the qualifying with these guys? Where else can you go and see times like this? These boys are all so close. It is only a minuscule advantage for someone. Brody Barber, he's another one who can throw down a quick lap time. He can definitely be a fly in the ointment when it comes to race time. He knows how to race. He knows how to go fast. The guy's absolutely cutting the chicanes there. But, I mean, why the hell not? If it gives you lap time, if it gives you lap speed, we're not getting cuts going on, go for it. As I just noticed, Whistler, he's just clicked up into 4th, so he's starting to come on song now. He's gone to the pits, not sure if he's given it away or he'll come out for more. Benny Hines, what has he got? He is 1/10. Oh, he's a 10th off Fabian Fitness, just over. Can he get that margin down? He will be throwing everything at it in the last 2 minutes of quali here to try and belt out a time and give Fabian something to worry about. Jeez, he's slidey through there. That's a bit too much. He just got the slide on and literally Tokyo drifted through the chicane there. So Benny Hines, I think he's pushing hard here, Zach. That looks like pushing to me.
Yeah, he was pushing, mate, but his last lap was a personal best. He's now got within 2/10 of Fabian, so he washed a 10.5 of his own PB. And Fabian right now basically setting the quickest lap time so far. Nothing here at the sort for his second lap. He's going to get around and do one more here too as he starts the transverse down the Lime Rock Hill onto the final quarter of this circuit and get himself ready to go for at least another 2 laps here with 1:36 to go. He's got enough time to do it. But the 2 Leviathans out in front there. Brennan Hack has still not been able to improve his time. He's still 3/10 away from Fabian's. And then Derek Whistler comes to the party, as you said earlier. 4th place for the big man, and he's just starting to get into that rhythm very, very nicely indeed. Loving seeing these guys go around. Ezra Simons, though, in the Speed Nation. This is the Speed Nation Wednesday Cup, by the way, because these boyos have put on prize money for the first, second, and third place getters for the season. $100 voucher for first, $75 for second place, and $50 for third. This is all money in the go here for all these boyos, and that is the colours of Speed Nation, red and black, and Ezra Simons is doing a great job here, sitting in 4th in the championship at the moment and doing a nice job as well. But we're in the last minute of qualifying here, so the stakes are getting high. Remo Grant, the other Speed Nation car, not too far off. Doc Elliott splits the middle there, one of the Rangyard boys. So it's a Kiwi Fiesta here in the back half of the top 10 here at the moment. You got Simons, Elliott, Grand as well. And James Pedersen as well. He's also pumped himself into top 10. What can Liam Holyoke do here? What can this big boyo come to the party with? Another of the Kiwis on the field. We'll find out very shortly. But Benny Hines has put it back to the pits, Dino. Now he's given up. Hackster now is the only one here who can threaten big Fabian Fitness. What is he going to be able to do? Nothing, because he's put it back to the pits as well. I think that's sewn up here for qualifying. And look who's going to start off the front row and in P1 for the race. First race of the season. Oh, the night. Jeez, I can't even speak.
Yeah, definitely. Fabian looks like he's going to have the pole there. He threw down that time, and I think that may have given everyone a bit of a scare, because I tell you what, that is a cracking lap to take pole position. Everyone might have got a little bit worried there, but Kay, he's still lapping at the moment. What's he got? Can he go any faster? He's in 5th at the moment. I tell you what, Whistler will be watching this one thinking, oh shit, please don't get any closer to me. Oh, and the big slide. He just caught too much of the curb there. It lifted the back left hand of the car. Up she went, invoked the slide, and that's it. That's all she wrote. So Whistler, he's got that 4th locked in. Can he make it a 3rd? We're looking like it here. He might be able to sneak Cup? No, he's not going to better his time. He has bettered the time, but not his position. So Whistler couldn't get there. That looks like we're set. Zach, as far as I can see here, mate, that is at least our top 12 set for tonight.
Yeah, we'll see if this man, Liam Holyoake, can bump himself up a couple more positions. It was a good first sector. Sector 2, no, not too shabby, but not a personal best. What has he got in the final corner? He's pushed that thing very wide indeed. And he's just given up the ghost. He'll be coming back into the pit. So that is qualifying. Done one and a run. And look who is there for the taking. Big Fabian Fit Nostrils is there, and he will be the man to beat everyone here for this evening's event. And I'll tell you what, he's got the red mist going on big time here in his cockpit. Kiwi spoof livery there. Fantastic. Done by Sly Fox Designs, as you can see as well on there is also. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to an ad break because it's time to get settled in and ready for some racing. Wednesday Cup's going to be back here in just a few moments live on Simsational TV after a few words from our sponsors. Don't you go anywhere.
Motto is that safe drivers are lifesavers. If your organisation shares this belief and are planning to improve driver education in your community, SDT Simulator Driver Training has the solution. Many of our simulator users are also gaining a revenue stream by taking their simulators to events and schools for driver education programs. The system can also be set up to run motorsport simulation. Many leading racing drivers are now using simulators to improve their skills. Such software can also be used to show drivers they are not as skilled as they think they are. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customization for driver training. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Contact Simulator Driver Training for more information.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's crack on with race one. And pumped about this one is an understatement. After quali, this man on screen, Fabian Fitness, took the pole. But I tell you what, it wasn't a huge margin to Benny Hines, who was right with him in second place. I expect to see fireworks here because the top 5 guys, let's be honest, the top 6 guys here, any one of them can have this one if they just get into turn 1. Zach, this is going to be absolute madness.
Oh, mate, don't you worry about it. Madness is the understatement, I reckon, here of the night, Dino, because this is a short track. It brings out the best and the worst in some of the drivers and the competitors too. So it could be a very, very tardy scenario. Fabian Fitness has just exited the server. In fact, can he get back in time? I hope his VR has not shat the bed in the big time department. Let's see if he can come back into it here, because we haven't got long here. We've got under a minute to go before the racing gets into it. There he is. He's finally got himself back, thank goodness. Hopefully that VR is working. But Benny Hines is going to line up next to him in the green machine. Then behind him is the Hackster in the purple, white, and pink liveried RX-8 Whistler, as you can see on the banner. And then it'll be Harry K, Ezra Simons, Andre Elliott, Dion Clerk, and Remo Grando Horse will round out the top 10 for the start of this race. It's going to be hairy. going to be feisty, and you can see them all getting settled in, ready to race onwards here. I'm loving this. This will be feisty, Dino. First lap is about to start. The first race of 3 here tonight. 15-minute race 1, 16-minute race 2, and a 17-minute race 3 with a reverse top 12 in the final one and a reverse top 8 in the next race coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to this, and I think these boyos are just starting to get a little bit nervous. The revs are rising here. The lights are up. They're all ready to go, so we're going to have to get back to the actual track camera that gives us something. 6 lights are about to be illuminated here. The revs are rising, the tension is building. The penultimate round is about to be underway here. And let's on gallop, boyos and girlos, and it's a good start there. Look at that for a jump from Fabian Fitness. See you later, Alligator. He's gone. Benny Hines has got no answer for the big man. He's going to try it around the outside anyway into turn 1, but he can't get the job done. And it's going to be Fabian Fitness leading us through here at Lime Rock into the first of 3 races here tonight. 14 minutes and 40 seconds and counting to go. The rest of the field at the back here just starting to stream through nicely. Derek Whistler has lost a couple of positions off the start as well, but David Simons and Henry Kay have got past the big man. So he's already down 2 spots, and Ezra's on the slide there in the orange and black Speed Nation livery car. He is racing the tits off this thing at this point in time. This is unbelievable stuff from the big man. Up into the top 5 positions already here, and look at the way he's just so aggressive here on the start of the opening lap. Have a look at this for a bit of on-track camera action. He's on board, and he's about to go for Henry Kay's 4th position. Henry slips it around the outside. Ezra gives him a little bit of room, and that's great racing from the big boys. There's been no incidents here, Dino, for the first lap, but it's Fabian who's already got Benny here by 6/10. Wowee.
Yeah, Fabian's definitely got the gallop on. He is trying to pull away as far as he can, as we've seen Hines DNF. Something has happened with Hines. He may have had a malfunction there. He is gone from it. So Fabian will be having a massive sigh of relief. But look at this battle. We've got Ezra on the outside. We've got Kay on the inside. They're bumping panels here. Oh, and Ezra's got the worst of it. He's just been nudged off track. He's come back on. He's still going to sit on the inside here. So this is not over. Whistler in the background there, just seeing if he can mop up and take what's left on the plate. And he is. He's backing Kay here coming through, and then Andre Elliott's right behind him. This is an angry gaggle of cars. This is a four-way little bunch that you do not want to be a part of. Ezra on a massive slide as he come in then. That was 100% commitment. He was holding onto the wheel and just hoping he could get through. But what a start of race from these guys. The quality of the Wednesday Cup drivers is absolutely phenomenal. They've done beautiful driving. There's been no major incidents. A little bumping and hitting, but I tell you what, that's what we love to see. Having a look out the back here of Whistler's car, we can see the Doc. He's trying to make the moves. He will want to get a part of this and stay with it. But Fabian Fitness has now totally run away with it, and it is all happening. And look at the slide there from the Doc. He's gone. Oh, I thought that was all over. I thought that was good night. Irene somehow hangs on to it, and now he puts himself a little bit susceptible to the Speed Nation guys. Look at these 2 guys hunting him down. It looks like a Jaws movie for my liking, Zach.
Yeah, definitely, Dino. It is Speed Nation 1 and 2, and Dion Clerk and Remo Grant are on board with Remo here at the moment. And geez Louise in the fair dinkum racing department, has he got the gallop on here too as Remo? But oh, that's very, very untidy through the chicane section, and he's lost a heap of time. Is he under threat at the back? He is now. James Pedersen's coming through at a rate of knots too in the old brown Sparko livery, the poo-coloured brown. Is out there, but there goes Remo again, so he's rattled. He's off the circuit. He's now got dirty tyres coming into the final turn where you need to have the cleanest of tyre compounds. I should be going wide and wide and wide, but he gets the thing pulled up nicely and goes for a little bit of a send on the outside. We've seen the Hackster as well get in front of Henry Kay, and then Ezra Simons is also giving him a bit of a hurry up, but Remo is really racing nicely here. James Pedersen is coming through to rate of knots. Let's ride on board with him and see what he can see at this stage. He's looking at full optic nervage of the black and red Speed Nation machine right now. He is on a different level. He's on a different dimension, is this fella, and he needs to get past Remo because he's got no help from Dion in front of him. There's no suck action, and these boyos need to get themselves settled into a rhythm and get back racing onto where the optimum lines is, because if you keep going off the circuit and stuffing up this part of the track, you will be swallowed up like a great whale in a bit of plankton, Dino.
Yeah, definitely. And I tell you what, that poo-coloured machine, I made the comment last week, I love that livery. That car just absolutely pops to me. And Remo running really wide. Oh, and look, Pedersen doing the same thing. Remo trying to gather it up. Pedersen as well, but he went off track. Olaf's going to be the beneficiary here. That's going to bring him right into it. There was a little tap. Olaf is going to go through, so he's going to go around Remo Grand. Remo got loose there. Pedersen followed him, but didn't get as loose. And Olaf's just mopped up and come through and said thank you. And what's he done? He's gone wide and he's throwing it. He's come in too fast, tried to hook it in, couldn't make it. Now he's slow in a part of the track that you don't want to be because guys are barreling through there. Olaf just lost it. But let's go back up the front, and Whistler, it looks like he's made some inroads and he's right on the back of Ezra, and I can see Andre right behind him, so we're going to have a three-way battle here. Look at these boys, a little bit cleaner through there. That was much better to see. So Andre right there with Dion as well. Dion wishes he was in the GDR, but he'll take the RX-8. Derek now, he's just lost a bit of ground there to Ezra, so we're starting to see a battle here. I love these little battles. And Andre, he will be a hungry man behind him. We all know how Andre rolls with this, so Andre will be right there as well. Whistler needs to get this done, get around Ezra and move on and see if he can catch K. But this is a spicy little battle indeed, because all of these guys are hard heads. All of these guys know how to go racing, and you've got Ezra at the front of it. And I've said it so many times, but I'll say it again. He's like overtaking a bus, that man. And oh, Zach, we've got action back in the field.
I think Remo Grant has gone for a flippity-doo-dah, flippity-day, and Gray Ward's been involved in it too. Oh, he sent it back to the pit, so a DNF for Gray Ward. But I saw on the commentary as you were speaking there, Dino, that Remo Grant was sliding down the order at a rate of knots and then decided that, you know what, I'll just get back on the track somewhere, and I think he found himself nearly flipped upside down. Maybe a dangerous re-entry, and he's found himself on the back end now of Paul Buttigieg, the senior of the Buttigiegs. The junior has not been around this season, which is sorely missed, is Jakey, but I hope you're well out there, son. But Paulie is doing a great job here, and that's Remo Grant's demise caught live in 4K, ladies and gentlemen. But speaking of demise, it's been nothing of the sort here for this battle, man. Right here, Derek Whistler doing a fantastic job here, trying to stick on the back of Ezra Simons, who's also just ran a bit wide and driving the thing as Ezra drives it. Just absolutely sliding it everywhere on the limit. No regard for track limits whatsoever. Doesn't care about the tyres getting dirty. Just aggressively janks it in on the brake pedal, gets the thing onto the weight transfer, and then sends it out the other side. And that's the rhythm and flow that you need to get through there. Ezra's nailed that, Derek, a little bit slower than what he would ideally like, and that has brought in the Doc. Here he comes, the Doc Elliott, and Dion too. So now we have got a three-way battle. Been a bit checked out now as Derek Whistler from Ezra Simons in front. 6/10 is the gap, but it's an even three between Doc Elliott, Dion Clerk, and Whistler. So now we're starting to get a little bit more feisty here, Dino. We've still got plenty of time left to go, and there goes Whistler mounting to the pressure and succumbing to it. It's just boiling over. Can he get the thing pulled up and through the final corner here without going too wide? He was all crossed up on the old steering column, but finally got it out the other side. Luckily for him, he was right there. That was fantastic car control from Derek Whistler, but the pressure's rising, and these boys are in a four-way tussle here for fourth place, if you don't mind. And Ezra Simons is leading it, but for how long?
Yeah, definitely. How long can Ez hang on to it? And I tell you what, Whistler gives him a little tap just to let him know he's here. I noticed in that previous lap, Whistler was throwing the nose to the left and the right. He was definitely the aggressor, and that is what he's going to have to do with someone the likes of Andre Elliott behind you. You need to get the move done and move on. But Ezra, not an easy man to get around. So Whistler trying to let him know, one, I'm here, and see where he can line up a move. He can't afford to be nice here and hang around. He needs to just press on. And here's the Doc. The Doc's got a sniff, and he is right on his tailpipe now. So you can see that gap open up, and then in the background, oh, he's gone mega wide. I just saw Dion Clerk run really wide. He was a part of this as well. Here's the Doc as we run down the main straight. Is he going to get a run here? I don't think he's close enough to get it done, but these boys are battling for it like it's a World Series championship. Whistler trying to get back onto Ezra. He seems to make up a hell of a lot of ground in the last section of the lap, but the first part of the lap, he loses time to Ezra. So look at that. He's starting to slide now, so everyone pushing as hard as you like. We're seeing Beyonce impersonations left, right and centre. Andre seems nice and relaxed here as we sit with him. He's just got that car flowing nicely. He doesn't seem to have it wailing all over the shop. The back of the car is settled, but look right behind him. Oh, and here we go. We've got another little battle here. Let's go down the back. We've got Smart, and Smart's coming up behind McFadden. Come on, Smart. You can get that done. McFadden's not a hard man to overtake. McFadden sliding left and right. It looks like he's got McCulloch here. He's got that done, making a liar out of me and actually getting a pass. Look out, Zach. Where has McFadden come from?
He's come from right at the back, ladies and gentlemen. He did not qualify and just decided to inject himself here into race one. And he's doing a very good job getting past them. And now from dead set last in 24th, he's found himself into 14th place. We're about 2/3 of the race distance done. And he's managed to get 10 spots as Jace McFadden. So what is that going to do through the next couple of races? We'll find out very shortly. But that was just starting to heat up a little bit and get a bit spicy. So across to it just to see what these boys are up to. And speaking of up to, the haircut now is right on the back of the hero from Scotland. He's right there with the Repco livery car. And he now is Repsol, sorry. Now he's right there is Brody Barber. He's trying to get him on with Wallace. These two always are within each other's coattails. And they love racing against each other too. It sometimes comes a gutter, and the haircut right now is looking like he's the aggressor. William Wallace just takes all four wheels off the circuit and then gets a very, very poor exit up the edge of the crest, so to speak, and gets himself back into the rhythm. Finally, haircut goes for the late break and then on the throttle early. Tries to fire it out the other side, a little bit onto the dirt there. That's going to hurt his pace, and you can see only a game of millimetres, but William Wallace gained it onto the inside curb, and that's a cross up there from the haircut, and there he is. Shoo! Straight past the track camera, and luckily didn't take us out here or the cameraman, because he was all crossed up there on the exit. Boy, oh boy. So that is commitment for those two. Back here though, Dino, Andre Elliott, Dion Clerk has got a bit of a switch position right now. Doc has been done by Dion. Now Dion, I'll tell you what, he will be a very, very quick man when it comes to the race next time. If he can just clear Doc Elliott here and go and chase Whistler and Simons in front of her, all crossed up, and so is Ezra up there as well. He was four wheels sideways in the orange and black car. If you saw that then, boy, oh boy, wowee. That was incredible. How about that?
I tell you what, I'm loving this action. And Dion, he will just play on here. He's got around the dock. He will put his head down and go for it. We all know he's a fast customer. If you've been watching your Wednesday Cup series, you will know this man does not muck around. So Dion, he will try and hone in on Whistler and see if he can get it done. Whistler doesn't look like he's been able to get around Ezra. He's been stuck there. Ezra doing a great defense job, just holding him back. And Whistler will be starting to get frustrated here. This is when mistakes start to come. But you can't afford to have mistakes, because right behind you, you've got Dion Clerk, and he is coming in. This could be a little bit of Speed Nation tactics here. If Ezra can just back Whistler up as Dion goes really wide. I pump his tyres up and the man does a tour of the grandstand. Oh, that is not what we want to see, but have a go at this close racing here. The slide on these cars. These guys are full slide into these chicanes, trying to get the power down, trying to get the advantage, because we're coming up to the straight sections where you need to get under. You need to get a bit of toe, see if you can get some suck. Whistler's done a great job there. He's got one more little corner to navigate. Can he get this done? He's got a bit of slide on. Ezra's running a bit wide. Whistler looks like he's got a run now. This could be it, Zach. Are we on for a position change? This is getting close.
Yeah, it looks like he's gone for the inside run, but Ezra has just cut the nose off at the last minute, and he's finally got the thing pulled up. Luckily there for Ezra, but a great little half attempt of an overtake there for Derek Whistler. He was really, really close out of the exit of the final turn, and now he's right on the rear clacker. The twin exhaust pipes are looking pretty nice there, and he's still going for it in the rhythm department. Ezra's had to check up. He got off the throttle there. You saw it on the throttle trace at the bottom of your screen that the man was on fire in the old throttle traces department. But geez, it is the closest battle here on track at the moment, and Whistler's just gone for the old up and under, taking the four-wheel off-road course, and it's given him the advantage, mind you. So he's just had to feint out of it here now as we come through into the second last corner. Is it going to be Derek Whistler? Is it going to be Ezra Simons who come across the line now inside the final 2 minutes of the race? And it is a very, very tight battle. Have a look at that for commitment from these boys. Great stuff indeed. Whistler right on the back of him. You can see it now. It's within cigarette paper material here for Ezra Simons. He's probably going to get done here. He doesn't even go for the block, and now he's just braked in, turned it in late. Has he got the overlap? Does Whistler? He does. He's going to try and stick it up the inside, but he's very cautious. Ezra's fanging it around the outside. Whistler's trying to get this thing done for all money because he's only got 2 more laps to do it. And in the meantime, they are catching the Harry Kay and Brendan Haxter in front as well. Those 2 cars have not been able to go anywhere in the pace department. These old boys are pushing each other along, Dino. Could it be the miracle 5-car train here for second place?
Oh, here we go. Ezra's run a bit wide there. That looked a bit tardy. Whistler trying to put it all together to see if he can get it done, but he'll be starting to see little frames in his rear vision mirror of Dion coming up. So Dion is now closing in. Andre seems to have dropped off a little bit, but now I think the battle will go to being Dion on Whistler. If Dion can get a nice run out of these corners onto the main straight, which it looks like he has, everyone's got the power down. This is absolutely on, but Ezra's caught up to Kay by the look of it. Unless that's a lap marker, I don't think it is, Zach. I think this is for position. So look at this. We have a little train here. This will be the last lap of the race too. So this is on. If you're going to make a move, it has to be now, has to be decisive, and you've got to get it done. Can Ezra pull some magic out here and get on that 3rd step of the podium? Stay tuned. Kay looks like he's got his backside into gear and gone, no, I need to power away here. The battle behind seems to have settled just a little bit. Dion still looking racy, but can Ezra get around Kay? I tell you what, Zach, I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm whistling on the inhale. This is action-packed. I'm loving it.
Well, don't worry about losing your voice, Dano. I'll cover you till the end because there is only one man who is going to win this race, and it is going to be Fabian Fitness as he comes across the line now. The timer is 0. The checkered flag is out, and Fabian is the winner of race 1 by an absolute country mile. Has Harry Kay got anything? No, he is not. He's secured 3rd place there. Ezra Simon's going to come across the road in 4th. Brennan Hack gets through in 2nd. And geez Louise in the Fair Dinkum Racing Department, Clerk, Andre Elliott and Whistler were all having a good crack at each other. But that is how they come across the start-finish line. There goes Wallace, Holyoke. Then we've got Rob Priest about to come across too. He's right there for the taking. Then a little bit of a gap here at the back between now and we can see these boys go through. There goes, I think that was McCulloch who got through. Then it's going to be this battle here. A couple of lap markers. That's Paul Buttigieg, Harriet, Remo Grant, and then James Cowie come through in 18th spot to get themselves across. And look at that for a bit of sideways action there from David Smart. Oh, that was cracking stuff from the big man. He'll come through into 20th. And Neville Turblanche very, very shortly coming through, and he will take the final spot on the finishing order. Look at them all wiggle their way through and even losing it a bit more. But that is the one win for the night goes to this man, Big Fabian Fitness. He will be as happy as a dog with a tin dick. And that is race 1 done. But he's going to have to do it from 8th place in race 2 very shortly, Dino. Boy, oh boy, we need a rating out of 10 from that one in the viewers as well in the comment section. What do you reckon, Dino?
Oh, I tell you what, that one was right up there. But what I'm excited about, Zach, is coming back for race 2 because the intensity, I'm sure, will double when we've got a reverse top 8. That when you start to get all the fun and action, this man is going to have to fight his way through a field, and it's not a slow field. We are in for an absolute treat here for race 2.
We are indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So 16 minutes is about to be the distance that we are going to go at speed here for Wednesday Cup Race 2. Not too far away, ladies and gentlemen. So go and refill those condiments, get yourselves into the armchair and sit back, relax, enjoy the show. This is Simsational TV. We'll be back in a few minutes just after a word from one of our sponsors.
Motorsport isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And when performance matters, you need gear you can trust. That's where ARD Importing comes in. ARD Importing brings world-class racing brands straight to New Zealand, supplying real racers, real teams and real enthusiasts with proven performance products around the globe. We're talking JRP racing components, Zamp helmets and safety gear you can rely on the track, Red Cat Racing for high-performance RC action and intimate brake pads for serious stopping power when it counts most. Keep your engine protected with renewable lubricants, premium oils designed for extreme performance and durability. Turn up the volume with wicked audio, delivering powerful sound whenever the road or track takes you. And gear up with Spartan products built for durability, comfort and race day durability. Whether you're racing dirt, at asphalt, or chasing lap times from home, ARD Importing has you covered. Sim racers as well, listen up, ladies and gentlemen, because ARD New Zealand is your importing source for all of Camus Racing sim gear. Precision wheels, professional grade pedals, immersive feedback that puts you right in the driver's seat. Train harder, race smarter, and feel every corner. From real-world racing to the virtual grid, ardimporting.co.New Zealand connects you with elite brands trusted by racers worldwide.
Yes, welcome back, everyone, to race 2. And I'm predicting that James Pedersen is going to be the winner of that one by that graphic up there. But he is starting off pole, so he has got a beautiful chance to take it from go to woe and get race 2, a win scenario under his belt. And look at that for a beautiful Simsational TV window banner on his car as well. Great stuff in the Pooh Brown machine. It's going to be Andre Elliott who will be right next to him off the first row. Then it's going to be Dion Clerk. Derek Whistler once again in 4th place where he started race 1, but ended up a little bit further back down the field. Ezra Simons in 5th place. 6th place goes to Harry Gay. Then it's going to be Brendan Hack, Fabian Fitness in 8th. And then the rest will be on forming an orderly queue, Dino. It's going to be on here. What are your predictions for race 2?
Oh, I tell you what, it's going to be hard to make a prediction for race 2, but my eyes will be on 22nd position, Benny Hines, because he went out of that first race and then he got back in and he got himself to a lap down. So he's going to be a man on fire. The red mist will be absolutely on there. But these guys through here, I just want to see the battle resume between Andre, Clerk, Whistler and Simmons. I just want to see that come on again, Zach. I was loving that.
Oh, mate, absolutely. That was cracking racing from them all. They were all seesawing around, and Ezra was all over the place in race 1. He was on the dirt, he was off the dirt, and he has got another chance to either replicate that or come through and take a win. But it's going to be hard doings here for race 2 because we've got some angry cars at the front and angry cars coming through at the back. The 6 lights are up, and we are about to motor here forward. And oh, geez, that's a shocking start there from James Pedersen. He just got jumped, but looks like he's done okay out of that one, and he's managed to P1 himself into turn 1. Great stuff there from the big man. Now it's going to be Doc Elliott's turn here versus Dion Clerk, and they've already traded places. Dion's trying to slip it up the inside there and just say, I might take that position off you, but here comes Doc Elliott, and Dion's just absolutely single-filed his way back in behind him as the big man, so he's got absolutely no reply to anything from Doc Elliott on the attack and on the defence all through the first 2 turns here at Lime Rock. Cracking racing from those 2 racing around here and still kicking on. Kicking on at the back here though, Rob Priest and McFadden, they're all involved in this one too. McCulloch's there at the back holding in for a bit of a switchback too, and he nearly goes up the inside of Rob Priest. But McFadden is all over the back end now here of Liam Holyoke. He's giving him a good old push up the hill here. In fact, he might go up the inside, in fact, and just say, I might take that position. No, he gets out of the gentle pedal, but Liam's really wide, keeps it on the circuit somehow. Under the Haggerty Bridge they go, and into the final turn of lap 1 here in race 2. And it is still this man, James Pedersen, leading the race here, Dino, and it's getting feisty behind him.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, look at the action behind him. That looks like Fabian coming in. We've got 3 wide. We've got Fabian, Clerk and Whistler. And what's going to happen here? No, sorry. Yes, it is. And Dion's going to take it. I can't see what's going on. Fabian will not back out of being beside him here. I can't see him. He doesn't like doing that. He will have to slip in here as Dion holds that position. But Fabian driving like a man on an absolute mission with Whistler right there in tow as well. Just behind them, we've got another fast group of guys. There's Kay, Hack and Ezra coming through. So there's going to be battles aplenty here. All Fabian will want to do is try to get around as many cars as he can and make an absolute run for it. He will want to bolt off in the distance, but we've got battles all up and down the field. Wallace trying to hold Olaf off here, and Olaf is coming on strong. We saw him in the last race. He was going great guns. Liam Hollyoak there as well. McFadden was with this group, but he's now slipped himself in front. Wallace with a massive power slide. Look at that. Pedersen still holding his own out in front. He's got fastest lap, which has been eclipsed by Jason McFadden. So Jason's on a charge. Here's Fabian back in the trenches, still behind Dion, but in 4th position. Got himself up there already. That's a great drive from him. But Dion will not be an easy man to get around. Andre having a massive slide in front there. Lost all the momentum, and we're seeing Dion close up. Oh, he's gone wide. Dion's gone wide, which has totally given Fabian an invitation, and he doesn't need another one. Fabian will squeeze him to the outside and then cut his nose straight off and go, excuse me, I'm coming through. Whistler wants a bit of the party now. Dion didn't get out of there clean, and that's let Whistler through. So Whistler's got this one. Dion's going to have to back out of it and let him through, or we're going to have a massive accident, and then that's going to bring Kay into it. The minute you get out of the throttle and try to settle yourself, you're getting absolutely swamped here as Whistler's getting away with it. The Hackster and Kay have gone door to door. Looks like there may have been a little touch there, but the battles are ensuing right now. Jason's getting up there with Ezra, we can see as well, so it is all happening. Is Jason going to make the move on Ezra? Ezra's got a massive slide on the outside. Huge slide on the outside, which has just let Jason straight through. Thanks for coming. Ezra making a meal of that one, and that just let McFadden have a straight pass through there. He'll be happy with that one, Zach.
He'll be stoked to go with that one, Dino, that's for sure. And so with here with Remo Grant versus Paul Buttigieg, round 2 in fact. And here comes Benny Hines on the inside as well. Will Benny Hines, he does go to the inside and overtakes on the grass, squeezes all those 3 drivers into each other, nearly causes a massive pile up. How they did not change positions, get killed, murdered. And there goes Paul Buttigieg around. He's just been 3-1 out of that battle, and nothing he could have done. James Pedersen's also had a mare at the start of the final sector of this circuit, and he is going backwards and backwards and backwards at a rate of knots, and that has let Fabian Fitness go through, and it looks like Doc Elliott is going to redress that position to James Pedersen. I think those two just came together, and there goes Doc Elliott, but look at the freight train behind these boyos now. This is getting spicy here. This is Dodgy Vindaloo style, I can tell you right now. We have got Elliott, Clerk, Hackster, Kay and McFadden and Ezra Simon's all involved in the 2. This is going to be spicy as, and Fabian has got the lead of the race after all of that mischievous action between Doc Elliott and James Pedersen, which has also allowed Derek Whistler through on the inside and says, thank you very much, mother, for the rabbits. But this is what Ezra's view is, and he's completely outbraked himself, and he's going to lose another position here, possibly to Holyoke. It's just a little bit too far back, is lethal, but we're going to go back to what Jason McFadden can see here, Dino. It is him at the back of a 5-car suck train, just about to start happening down the front straight here at Lime Rock. He is right there for the taking on Harry Kay's rear bumper. These are all these guys are friends off the circuit and in the older Discord too, but they're all following each other. Monkey see, monkey do action. Andre Elliott now a 10th away from Pedersen. Is he going to send it up the inside of the turn 1? He does it. Right in the back of him is Dion Clerk as well, and then it's going to be the Hackster trying to lick up any dirty crumbs off the table too in the number 30 machine. So this is all line of stern. Wow, the separation of these cars is all between tenth and a bit. And here comes Jason on Harry Kay. He's going straight up the inside as the big man. He can't get the job done because he's on the wrong side of the circuit, but he'll just try to wish it out the other side. So is Haxter too, but gone too far. Jason's on the wrong side of the circuit now. Defensive manoeuvres on here for Henry Kay. But look at this. This is cracking racing. No one has got anyone tagged, touched, see you later out of these top 5 or 6 battling, Dino. Unbelievable in the racing department. And look who's just come through on Jason.
Oh, this is fantastic racing, and Ezra doing what I was about to say the others need to do. Throw it up the inside, make a decisive move, a commanding move, and just get it done. And Ezra, out of nowhere, just goes, Jason, move, I am coming through. That's what you have to do in this series. Throw the car up the inside and just be there and get it done. As we see Dion now, it looks like he's gone up the inside of Andre. He's going to get that move done, and that's another decisive move. This is what I'm talking about. Put the car there and get it done. Dion was up the inside. Now he's had to relent. Not sure what happened there, but as we come into the left-hander, Andre will have the run through. So Dion is all over him like a bad rash, and he's going to sit there as that just draws all of these guys in closer and closer. We are going to have a full-on battle here for it. And look at that freight train, ladies and gentlemen. You've got Pedersen, Elliott, Clerk and Hack, and here goes Andre. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Make a move, throw it up the inside, keep the car there, make it uncomfortable for the guy on the outside. Dion's right on Andre's hammer, so he's backing him to go through by the look of it. Andre's got the inside line here. This gets a little awkward on this corner as people go a bit wide. Pedersen looks like he's been given the heave-ho just a little bit wider, and have a go at this sack. It is peak hour at Lime Rock.
Here goes Haxter's up the inside, and he's nearly come together with him. It's actually punted Doc Elliott into James Pedersen. Pedersen's now under all sorts of pressure. Let's go on board and have a look from the rear vision mirror of Andre Elliott's car. Over the rear wing we go. Pedersen on the inside. Haxter in the number 30 car. Ezra Simons trying to get in on that as well. So is Dion and McFadden at the Harry Kay and Holyoke. There is 6 cars, 7 cars involved in this. Ezra's got Sparky on the exit there. Haxter's just driving as if nothing's happening behind him. But look at Pedersen under all sorts of pressure here. This is incredible stuff. And there we go. There goes Haxter off the circuit. Ezra Simons and Dion Clerk also just got a little bit extra. And the biggest loser out of that is that guy in the Pooh Brown car in James Pedersen. Henry Kay is going to get up the inside of him here too. He's on the full lock stops there. He's poor old pedo. And he's trying to get himself straight up the inside again and try to trailer park girl around the outside. Can he hold the position? He can for now, but at what cost? That's going to cost him a little bit here. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway again between these two. It's within 0.05 of a second and closing. Henry Kay up the inside here into turn 1. Go later on the brakes. Bigger cojones for now, but can he get the job done up the inside of him? He can. He has got that position. 8th place now, back in Henry Kay's position, and he'll be right up there too. And I think Pedersen's just got to give up the ghost now and stop battling here, because it could end in disaster, because look at the people behind him just starting to form an orderly queue, but it's not over yet. Pedersen's got a better run. Henry Kay just chopped the nose off him. He's got a bit of a bump there in the rear end from Pedersen too, so they're still racing hard. That's Benny Hines in the lime green machine as well, trying to come through, and look at that from Henry Kay, just completely off the circuit, if you don't mind, Dino. 4 wheels off road, turning that RX-8 into a 4-wheel drive version of that thing on the high rise. Goodness gracious me, it's all kicking off here.
I tell you what, these guys, how is the racing? It is super clean, super respectful, but they are absolutely having a go. Benny Hines here on Liam Holyoke. Now, Ben's got something to say about it. He'll be trying to push that green machine towards the front as much as he can, because the championship depends on it. He's championship's hopes. He's going to want to go for it. He's up the inside of Liam. Oh, he's had a bit of a squirm and he's knocked Liam off track. Excuse me, don't care. See you later. I'm coming through. Liam has been absolutely arseholed into next week, and Benny's going to readdress that. That's the kind of racer he is. That is great stuff to see there. As we see, oh, that's Ezra off track, and that's going to let Dion straight through, and Jason McFadden's there as well. McFadden can't do anything with it. He'll be watching here for a little tardy exit from Ezra, seeing if he can get something going on, but he needs to sit right under his hammer here as we come back around to these 2 right-handers onto the main straight and see if he can make make a move and get something done. Ezra, how is his form? Just throws it in there any way you like. The car attitude on that, it is slipping and sliding. Oh, we got a car off in front. That's Andre. Andre has lost it. As for my opening promo, onto the main straight, lost it straight into the pit wall. I called that at the very start of this stream. That's a real shame. Andre tumbling down the field now. He currently finds himself in 14th, might lose a few more positions, but let's go back to this battle because it's all happening here as McFadden hunting for a way past Ezra. Can he get it done? Ezra slipping and sliding. Look at the attitude on that car. It is aggressive. It is sliding. McFadden a lot more smooth, but he just can't make anything of it. He's going to try and put the power down, gives Ezra a little tap just in case Ezra didn't know he was there. I'm sure he did. McFadden using the grandstand to get through those chicanes, but somehow makes it work. And geez, he lost some ground there to Ezra. I didn't quite see what happened, Zach, but he fell off a bit through there.
He sure did, mate. He sure lost a hell of a lot of time. I think he got spooked by what Ezra was doing and checked himself back up onto the racetrack, and that's enabled Henry Cade back up into the rear bumper of him, but not far enough up to make a move now. So that battle just spiced up beautifully, and then it got a little bit too hot under the collar, but it's gone to that and bend backwards. And I'm talking backwards on the grid because Benny Hines here at the moment, after redressing from Liam Holyoke, is finding himself back on the arse end of the big man, and Remo Grant was the biggest winner out of that. Cowie and Elliott just about to start locking horns himself too after Elliott's gone, and there goes Liam, that's Rob Priest in fact, at the front of that one. He was in 10th place, and now he's lost 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, maybe even 5 here in 2 corners for the big man. Goodness gracious me, in the fair dinkum department, that is a hell of a lot of a dividend just been lost, and the share market has crashed in the Priest household. And have a look at Doc Elliott just get through there on the slide as well in the black and gold Hoss machine. Boy, oh boy, he's given James Cowie a bit of a hounding too. There's a battling here. There's battling between Kay and McFadden as well. As these guys go up the hill now onto the final 2 turns of Lime Rock. This is getting spicy here. We've got to see what Doc Elliott's going to look at, where he's going to make a move. Is it going to be up the inside? Is it going to be now because he's all checked up? Is Cowie Motorsports himself? Jeez Louise, was sideways as a bishop on a chessboard. Got the thing locked up and out the other side, but he's hit the inside curb, and that is the momentum that all Andre Elliott needed there, and he is just going to sail past him down the back straight, front straightaway we go, and it's going to be Wallace now on Priest. He's trying to go to the inside. That is Wallace now. Priest gone on the attack, and he's got Cowie as well. Cowie's been hung out to dry like a forgotten sheet on a Sunday afternoon, and here comes Wallace now. He's trying to get himself back into this. We're under 3 minutes to go here. It's gone in the blink of an eye. I can't believe it, but the action just up and down the field here has been absolutely monumental. It has been stuff of yesteryear, and these boyos are just absolutely yeeting it from heaven to hell and water. Christ almighty, in the fair dinkum religious department here, Dino, they're putting on a show, and I'm all here for it.
Yeah, definitely. And I tell you, Zach, what I'm just noticing and keeping an eye on is Derek Whistler. Is he closing in on Fabian Fitness here? I've just seen that gap come down a bit. We all know Fabian gets out in front, but one little mistake and Whistler's right there. We've commented before about Whistler at the moment. He's driving his beautiful. Fabian a little wide there. So we're starting to see mistakes creeping in. He might be getting a little bit nervous as Whistler's closing it in. And ladies and gentlemen, this is for the lead of this race for race 2. So this is for Sheep Stations. This is for genuine placement on that top step, and Whistler seems to have got it all together right now. He's trying to put it together to stick with Fabian. Fabian way faster through there, just opened the gap a little bit, so there may have been a couple of mistakes from Fabian, but that's all that Derek's going to need. Just a little sniff of a mistake, and that gives you all the blessing you need to throw that car harder, to go as fast as you possibly can and try and catch him. We're not going to get many laps now. I reckon there may be 2 to go if we're lucky, but Dion's right up on the back of the Hackster too, so the podium is not sorted. This race is not done. Can Dion get something going on Hackster? He's going to throw everything at it that he possibly can here. Look at those lines. Dion, aggressive line through there, just showing the nose all the way up. That would have made the Hackster pucker up all right. He would have turned straight into a turtle there. Tried looking in the mirror, seeing Dion coming through, thinking, is this a move? Is it on? Is it not? Dion That's very fitness-esque with those moves, showing the nose all over the shop makes you nervous. He's right there now. We could be on for something here, Zach. This could be third position.
This could be third, and it's close here, and it's close at the lead of the race. Harper second splits the top two, and they're going to start their final lap very shortly as well. So one more lap is to go here for these two boys. The second and third, fourth and first is not over and counted for at this moment. What an end here we're going to be set up for the race 2 here at Wednesday Cup. Race 3 coming your way with a reverse top 12. Strap yourselves in for that if that's any action. We've seen plenty here for this series. Boy, oh boy, in the fair dinkum department, the racing has been monumental, and that was a cracking run there from Dion on Haxter. Haxter's already gone defensive, coming down in the underpass, and look at that for a bit of trailer park girl action. Around the outside, he tried to go, doesn't get the thing pointed in. Now he just has to sit on this curb, lean on the throttle a bit, and then power it out the other side, and he does so, and Haxter's pushing and pushing and pushing. He's all out of rhythm here, is Brennan Hack, and it's close as it ever has been in between these two. It's the final lap of the race. Third is all up for sheep stations here. Haxter's holding on for dear life, but look at the lead back here at the front. This is Derek Whistler, for the Cowie Motorsports versus Fabian Fitness. It's going to be separated by only a couple of tenths here. Can Fabian nail the final turn of this one to maybe take a 2-by-2 sort of scenario here and take 2 wins? He has got the job done. It's going to be a photo finish, but it's going to be one Fabian Fitness who does get across the line by a tenth and a half to take the win over Derek Whistler. What a drive there from these two. Fantastic stuff. Here it is. This is the battle. It could be a photo finish here. Oh, it's going to be separated by a car length between these two as they cross the line in under a 10th spot position as well between Haxter and Dion Clerk. Wowee, what a finish from those two also. Harry Kay gets through in 6th place. Ezra Simon's got through in 5th in the end there too. Then it's going to be Mr. McFadden, and all the way down to 10th is going to be McCulloch, Grand, Hines. And then from there onwards, it's Holyoke, Elliott, Cowie, Wallace, and then it's going to be Paulie Buttigieg, who does come across the start-finish line. Right behind him will be the haircut, Rob Priest. The head of the cheese boards entered race 2 here, and it's going to be the chef man who gets through in the last place and says, well, I'll go back to the drawing board for race 3. Boy, oh boy, have we got a race 3 on our hands here. This is your man, 2 wins now here tonight, and many wins accumulated through this season has Fabian Fitness done. He's just been a man on a mission, and boy, oh boy, does he love a win here at any stretch of the imagination. He loves it. He made a ballast on, but he's got less ballast on than he probably thought he was going to get. But nonetheless, he's come through. He's taken the win race 1, taken the win in race 2, Dino. Is he going to be able to do it in race 3?
Oh, let's wait and see and find out. I reckon we're in for some big things in race 3 as we switch up this grid. It's going to be absolute mayhem. Can he get through the grid? Because he's going through some A-grade drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your chance. Go and grab a drink, settle in, and we will be right back for race 3.
And expertise in getting the best gear. Simsational TV has proudly partnered up with Speed Nation. It is New Zealand's go-to destination for high-performance sim gear. They also stock the best and biggest brands in the game, from Thrustmaster, Moser Racing, Next Level Racing, Sparko, Turtle Beach and more. And whether you're looking for the ultra-responsive racing wheels or pro-grade flight controls, immersive audio or rock-solid cockpits, I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has got it all. They also carry other trusted names like Butt Kicker, PT Actuators, Wheel Stand Pros, Gen Ace, Spectrum in the remote control field, and also Collective Vine. So every step and part of your setup is covered, from complete racing rigs and premium flight packs. We here at Simsational TV, back in Speed Nation, to deliver the gear that takes your experience to the next level. Fast shipping, trusted brands, unbeatable quality, and I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has it all. And as an excellent gift for all of our viewers tonight and members out there of Simsational TV, and if you're trying to get into racing, go to the checkout, buy some stuff off Speed Nation, because if you buy any full price product on the website, enter the code SIMSATIONAL, that is SIMSATIONAL. Oh my God, I can't even speak. And you will get a 10% discount off your end cart price. So go in there.
10%? 10% did you say, Zachary?
I did say 10%, mate. I did not say 5. I did not say 4. I said 10.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting amped here for race 3. The grid is starting to be set, and I tell you what, Zach has exited the comms box, and I've found another friend. Rusty, what a time to join the broadcast, mate. This is going off like a frog in a sock.
Oh, 100% it is. They're just battles and cars going off left, right and centre. It's wild to go out there. The thing that I've noticed the most is in the final chicane there, as I've been watching along, everyone just shortcuts it. Last week, I got reamed for shortcutting through the pit exit to try and find a bit more speed out through turn 1, but then every single one of these guys are going right over the grass. So where is the track limits here? We got no idea, but I tell you what, I'm here for it. Any NASCAR track limit I can get behind.
I tell you what, mate, I think they can use the car park at this rate as we're just flying through the field now, having a look at these guys. Haxter sitting there in 10th. We know he can come through. Whistler on absolute fire tonight. Keen to see where he can go. And Fabian sitting there in 12th. He will be trying to plough through that field as fast as he can. And look who we've got off pole. We've got the holy tree himself, Liam Hollyoake. Can he get it done? Captain Jack Sparrow in the house. He's on pole. Can he hold it? But guy sitting right beside him, Rusty, Benny Hines, this man has something. Race 1 was all balls up for him. Race 2, he fought back. Race 3, if he's on that first row of the grid, I tell you what, he's got something to prove as the lights are up, Rusty. We're about to get a start.
Yeah, he's going to be deadly. He's been quick all season as long as he's discovered that the H-Pack shifter is the quicker way to go. And he is starting off the front row of the grid. The revs are rising. The feet are about to hit the floor. And the clutches are being released. They're up on a little bit of wheel spin in the front, in the foreground from the white Mazda of Liam Hollyoake. Heinze, not quite the start that he needed to get himself in front. But I tell you what, he's still right there. He's ready to make a move if he can. He goes a little bit wide just to open up the corner in the front straight, in the front corner. But I tell you what, it's pretty clean start for the most amongst the field. A lot of moves being made actually, so I saw a heap of arrows on the timing. I couldn't see what was going on there, but they're going too wide through towards turn 3, around the tricky left-hander that leads into the right-hand kink on the other side. And now here we have the run towards the chicane, Dino.
Yeah, these boys are going to go hard at it at the chicane. Benny Hines is going to have his hands full here with Liam, because Liam has won a series on another Discord Channels Racing, so he does know how to steer a car. But he's got a great run here. He's going to sit right up his hammer and see if he can get him on the straight. Liam's run wide. That's not going to help him at all. Hines with a much more ideal line there. Hit the apex, got to the outside beautifully. That's going to put him right under that rear wing. Liam looks to have a bit of a slide. That's going to give Hines a run. We see cars going off in the background. So Hines now, he's starting to close in on him. He's gone to the inside. Is he going to make a decisive move? He's going to throw the nose back out of it at the last minute. Liam would have been absolutely sweating bullets then seeing that. Now he's got the slide on, trying to gather it up. Benny back onto it. Remo's in there as well with Pedersen. So we've got guys. He's gone wide. Rusty, we're having mayhem here. Liam's losing his marbles.
sliding around all over the shop, and Benny Hines is running up the inside. Now he's got the inside run towards the chicane, and he even just gets past him before they get into the braking zone. So decisive move early, trying to get himself back out in front. And have a look at this. We're still NASCAR action too wide, going across the dirt through the chicane. It's wild to see them going through there, but I tell you what, the brown car did not quite like the run through there. It has dropped him back a couple of spots, and the guys have got the run out on the outside as long as they stayed on the black stuff. But now they're starting to sort themselves out. They're pulling in so they can go through the one-line groove in the final corner there. But I tell you what, it is super tricky to get themselves through here. We see them going off in the bunda nearly every single lap. There's a person going off. It's super tricky to get them right. Only a few cars in the whole game can do it flat out, but have a look at this. It's still too wide action, plenty up the field.
Yeah, these guys, no one is backing out of it. The Hackster here sitting in 10th. He's got Dion in front of him. McCulloch, who we saw there, just got bunted to the outside and lost a few positions. So the Hackster will be trying to get away through, but getting away through on Dion is not easy. And look behind him. There is Fabian Fitness in 11th. He hasn't made up much ground at all, and he's got Whistler hot on his hammer. And Whistler couldn't give a stuff about the championship. He just wants a race win. Dion, by the look of it, around McCulloch. And look at that. That looks like Andre Elliott right off track there. Absolutely gone. See you later. I'll use him into the grandstand. And Haxton now, he's caught up behind McCulloch, and that has let Fabian straight through. So Fabian's got the little slip job done there. Gone straight up the inside now. He's got McCulloch, so he's moved himself up into 10th position. I tell you what, that's as opportunistic as you like, Rusty. Look at him go.
Oh, and look at all the cars going off on the second and last corner there. There was more dust going through there than someone mowing the lawn, and Alice is dead set in the fair dinkum department. Absolutely flying everywhere. But speaking of flying, have a look at Fabian Fitness. He's getting himself back up into 10th. He was just complaining in the chat earlier saying he doesn't look how much ballast he's got in his car, but I tell you what, that's what you get for winning 2 races in a row, even this weekend. But he's doing it nearly every weekend. So the fact that he's doing that with the ballast, no room to complain at all, I reckon. But have a look at the run that he's got through this last corner. It's not quite as good enough as what he needs. He just drops the rear wheel on the dirt to lose his run a little bit, but an extra half a K an hour counts when you're coming towards a little straightaway like this, especially as the braking zone is super short. But have a look at that. No track limits, no worries. They're all bouncing over the curbs through there. In iRacing, that would murder your suspension, all your uprights, every little thing, and then see you later to the gearbox. But in this, just take them, mate. You can do any little line that you want through there. The thing will hang on. But have a look at these guys hanging on in the rear of Brendan Hack.
Yeah, definitely. He's right on. Whistler's right on Hack. He's going to want to get this done. He's going to want to try and get around, see if he can follow Fabian Fitness. You've got Andre in the background who's going, I tell you what, I'll make a 4 wide if I have to. I couldn't care less. Whistler's decided I'll go right to the outside. Is he going to be able to cut back into the inside? Because I don't know where Andre went. And I'm seeing a little arrow, so Andre must be right there as well. Look at that. Andre hot on his hammer, so Whistler can't afford to go too wide, or he's going to find a black RX-8 right up there shoving his nose in. And Andre couldn't care less. He will throw his nose up there because this man has come here to race tonight. So Whistler under immense pressure from behind, but he still eyes forward. He's trying to eye off the Hackster and see if he can get through. The Hackster hasn't got around McCulloch, so he's done a fantastic job of holding 10th position there. He's holding on to that with both hands, and that is not allowing anyone through. Hackster can't get through, and Whistler can't get the job done as we come up to the suck train here, and Andre looks poised. Andre's the one that looks like he's right on the back of Whistler. If he can just keep it together here, he'll get the suck train, and he's got it. We can see that time starting to come down a little bit. Then it went up a little bit just to make a liar out of me. So Andre isn't been able to make inroads, but it looks like McCulloch's gone wide there. That's given the Hackster straight through. The Hackster has gone, excuse me, I'm through. Whistler's like, can I come too? Whoa. Oh, he's given him a tap. It doesn't look like it's unsettled McCulloch, but what it's done is brought Andre to the party, and he will not back out of it. He will try and stay on it here. So Whistler nearly lost his chance there, nearly lost a spot. We are battling like it is the World Championship, and it's the end final. Look at these guys go for 10th, 11th and 12th.
Yeah, well, it just about is the World Championship. We're in the second last round here, and everyone's playing for keeps. But these guys, have a look at Fitness going up the inside there of that's Pedersen. I've been mispronouncing his name the whole season, but I tell you what, he is losing and losing and losing spots as he comes around the second to last corner. Big slide on the entry too. He just about gets the thing caught, keeps it on the black stuff. He comes out the other side. That has been super costly for him, and now it puts him down into 10th place, which is not Happy spot for him at the moment, and he was up up into about 6th place just before. So have a look at this now. We've got a battle lighting up for 3rd and 2nd. Remo Grand and Jason McFadden fighting for the podium spots here and seeing who can get the most amount of points. They're both doing pretty decently in the championship. You've got Remo Grand, who's sitting in 5th place at the moment, and McFadden is a little bit further down. I can't quite see him in the top 10, but I tell you what, they're fighting for every little point they can get because they know now there's money on the line.
Yeah, definitely. None of these guys are thinking championship right now. I can tell you, he's the Hackster. He gives Kay a little bang. It's like, excuse me, mate, move or get out of the way. So Kay now is under all sorts of pressure from the Hackster, and the Hackster just asserting his authority. I thought he was going to go for another little tap there, and that's Monkey See, Monkey Do. He runs wide with him as we turn this last right-hander and get onto the main straight. What has the Hackster got? I tell you what, if he's got a run here, he is 100% throwing it up the inside because he looks frustrated. He looks like he wants to get it done as Fabian Fitness is throwing down faster slap. Whistler, is he finally going to get this move done? And he does. He's up the inside of Pedersen, giving him a little bit of chin music there. Just an excuse me, don't argue, coming through. So Whistler is through. That has released him. He will be trying to track down the Hackster here, seeing if he can get on his curtain tails and follow him through. But the Hackster, Kay, not an easy man to get around, so he's going to have to place this one in exactly the right spot and try and get it done. We haven't seen a hell of a lot of movement here because these guys are all fast guys. They don't make many mistakes. Kay as wide as you like. He had 2 wheels in the car park then for sure, Rusty.
I can't get over that line, hey. That is wild to see, lap after lap after lap. That would 100% give you a bad sportsmanship flag in real life, but have a look at this. Not far away from a bad sportsmanship flag is going too wide through the final corner because that could end super quick. They both make it through, no worries, but it is just Fitness losing out a little bit. He is racy, trying to find for every little position he can get, and he is fighting hard, throwing punches left, right and centre. A little bit of a sideways moment through there. Catches it, keeps the thing going straight though, so just getting the nice amount of rotation that he wants through there. But I tell you what, that narrow line has not paid dividends for him, as now they're coming in through the bowl and the carousel. He is a little bit behind, but how is he going to get this run out the other side? Gets the foot down now, just gets 2 wheels on the grass, which has destroyed any chance that he had out the other side. So now, what is going to happen through here? We're going to see some hectic lines, I'm sure of it. Goes right over the... Oh, my God. Every single time they go through there, it's wild. I'm not going to stop commenting on it because it just throws me every single time. This is circuit racing, folks, not rallycross. That's the only other sport you should see these guys going dirt to bitumen to dirt to bitumen. But I tell you what, that's exactly what we're getting here in these RX-8s at Lime Rock Park.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a bit of dirt action here, and I tell you, Rusty, just quietly, I love it. I couldn't care less. Let's watch these guys battle it out. All we need to jump in the main straight. We've got the trifecta, but Fabian, he can't get the job done on Dion. We've seen Dion before. He is a super hard racer. When he locks in, he absolutely locks in, so Dion is holding him back at the moment, and Fabian might not be too inclined to try and make a move. It looks to be a little risky for him to do so at the moment, but they're starting to come up on some other cars. Dion starting to come on the back of Liam Hollyoak, and Liam's got Ezra in front of him to contend with, so we could see a little bit of traffic play effect here because it looks like Ezra is a bit of a cork in the bottle as Fabian with a fantastic run. He's gone side by side. He's going to get this move done. He's got Clerk. He's gone up the inside. Bang. Got it done, opportunistic. Dion had a shite run through there, and Fabian's come through. Dion's giving him a nudge just for good measure. Is he going to be close enough to get a slipstream? Because he wants it. And Kay in the background, he's coming round. Rusty, we're in for it.
Oh, it's absolutely lining up. I reckon Clerk wasn't too happy with Fitness. You can see him just as the door as he gets into the entry. But have a look at this. Oh. That is sideways. That is turning around for both cars. Have a look at that. The 24 red car just catches it. And it looks like Clerk has kept it on the black stuff just for now. He's out the other side. But I tell you what, that was a hairy move as they come through there. And it was more sideways than a bloke who's just realised what the hookup seems like on his Thailand holiday. I tell you what, that is not quite ideal for them in terms of their track position where they were. But Fabian Fitness would be loving not having him on his tail because he was super close and looking like he was ready to give him a little bit of payback.
Yeah, definitely there was going to be a bit of payback there for sure. I could see the red mist from here in the cabin of that car. But now Fabian, He's going to have Ezra to contend with, and this is not an easy man to contend with because Ezra's got fourth. He will not want to let it go. He's got 5.5 minutes to get it done. Not sure how much further he can come up, but Whistler's got his way up on the back of Dion Clerk with a beautiful run. He's definitely got the run here. He's throwing it to the inside. Dion doesn't have an answer. He won't be able to cross over. He's just going to have to sit there and try and hang fat around the outside. Can he get it done? Whistler's gone super deep. The Hackster's there for good measure. So Brendan's in there as well to try and keep him honest. Look at this. We've got sliding. Oh, they're gone. I thought I saw a slide in the background there. That's Clerk, Pedersen and Hackster. All of them gone in one manoeuvre. I was sure I saw that just in the background. That just got messy. It was everyone trying to get involved. Dion will be absolutely livid with that. Dropped down to 15th position. The Hackster in 18th position. I'm not sure what happened, Rusty. Not keen to make a call on it, but here we come. Fabian, he's going to get it done on Ezra. Have a go at this, Rusty.
Oh, he gets him around the outside of that corner. I've never seen that done. He's done a masterful job going through there, and within a lap it's past Ezra. That is a super tricky feat, but have a look at Ezra just there. He gets himself up on the curb and it slides out the other side. He only just caught it without keeping it on the grass. But I tell you what, speaking of going too wide through the last corner, have a look at these boyos. They're going through every little they can get and trying to find any little aero effect they can. There's no real slipstream advantage you get in these cars, so they're trying to find every little bit of run they can get through the straightaway, and even in the braking zone. Have a look at that. That was a dive from nowhere. Speaking of dives from nowhere, he's gone off. Barber's spinning around. It's taken both yellow cars off the scene as Marcella and Gowie both into them and facing the wrong direction, and has put them down right to the back of the field. They've lost everything, Dino.
I tell you what, 3 doesn't go into 1, and that is what happens when you try and force that issue. But the battles up and down the field are super intense. Dion, he's on Rob Priest. What will the Priest do? Is he going to let him through? Brody Barber couldn't care less. He's like, I don't care if you let him through, I'm coming through. And look at him, he's gone to the outside. Now we're going to have a genuine 3 wide, maybe 4 wide, but we're not. Rob's going to hang on to it for now. Dion, the haircut's in there as well, and then we've got Buttigieg Senior in there. He's hanging on to it. Oh, look at this for a little battle. This is on. We've got 3 minutes. Eyes out of tap. Oh, Buttigieg has tapped the haircut, and he is gone. The Hackster comes straight through. I think he just put his foot down, did a Days of Thunder, and went straight through the smoke. Hold on to us, son.
Oh, that is not. He did cop a bump in the front end, but it doesn't. I don't think it'd affect the aero too much on it. Just make the old damage model look a little bit yellow on his screen. But he would be fuming. There's not been a good race for Hackster. He's been spun around. He's been hit, and he is once again down backside of the field. He would be absolutely fuming. He's not up to grips with this car. In fact, there's a lot of people struggling actually to get this car through. They just struggle with the feedback, me included. And he has been on the verge of not showing up to the next round pretty well every round. But he keeps rocking up. He keeps showing up and proving why he should be here, because he's currently sitting 3rd in the championship and real close to 2nd. So this would be a fantastic round for him regardless. A nice points haul, but he will be fuming regardless, because right now he is down in 13th.
Yeah, definitely. He's lost it all. But as we come up here to the podium positions, McFadden has really closed that gap to Remo Grant. He's not going to get much closer if he keeps doing excursions on the grass like that. That's not going to do it for him. He's going to have to get this done. He's probably going to have one more lap after this one to make a move, but he's starting to close in on Remo, so Remo will be feeling the heat. He'll be sitting there in 2nd thinking, geez, I've got 2nd in the bag. Hang on, here comes McFadden. We're in trouble here. McFadden, Dukes of Hazzard, straight over the chicane. No worries. Who cares? I'm coming through. So Jason, but it didn't give him an edge, did it? He didn't get that much closer as we come into these 2 right-handers onto the straight. And for my liking, this next right-hander is the one you're going to have to get right. Whistler on the back of Hollyoak. He still wants to get up further. 6th place looks a lot better than 7th place. So he's going to try and line Liam up here. Liam going through as clean as you like. I haven't seen much of a shake there on the ripple strip, but Whistler does a better job. Look at that closing speed. Whistler gets the power down, gets his foot on the gas just that little bit earlier, and bang, that'll propel you straight up the inside for this corner. He can get late on the brakes. They're doing Beyonce impersonations, but there's no touching, no rubbing, no worries. They are through there. Loving this, Rusty, in the closing moments.
Yeah, but don't discount Holyoake yet. We've seen him be pretty decisive with his manoeuvres, and he can send it up there if he feels like it. He is just losing a little bit at the moment, but you can see the different setup speeds and just driving philosophies they've got. You've got Holyoake, who's very good under the brakes. He sends it in deep, but he doesn't have the run out the other side, whereas Whistler, he just dials the thing back and sort of goes in slow so he can get the power down early and get his run out the other side. So that's where he can absolutely take all authority out of it, and you can see the gap that he's got from doing so. So absolutely fantastic for him. But Andre Elliott's now getting involved in this battle. He has got Holyoake in his sights, and he is closing in more and more. And let's see the run they get on the straight here, Dino. We are getting onto the last lap here. We've got 18 seconds, 16 seconds left on the clock, and these guys are absolutely turning it up.
Oh, we're turning it up now because Andre will want a piece of it. Jason, he's ever closer to Remo Grant, but pushing so hard, pushing super hard, and he's losing time. He's pushing as hard as he possibly can, but that is absolutely losing in time. He needs to settle down. Where's the cheer squad for McFadden? He needs to just relax, take a breath. We'll go through these corners, line him up and try to get it done. I don't think he will now. I think he lost all momentum back in that little complex of corners before, but it's not over for Andre. Andre on the back of Liam. These guys, good mates, off track, on track. And bang, that proves my point. Andre's totally into the back of him. He's gone, but let's come back to the front. Benny Hines is going to take the win here. What a drive from Benny Hines. First place. He started on second, and I tell you what, he just got to the front and ran away with it. That is a great drive from Benny Hines. Remo's going to hang on to second. Jason McFadden in third. Fabian Fitness up in a fourth. Ezra's going to come through for fifth, and Whistler through for sixth. These guys putting on an absolute masterclass of how to battle. It was super clean. Race 3 has brought out a few as Kay comes across the line. Dion Clerk, Liam Holyoake, Andre Elliott, McCulloch, Hackster, Priest, Buttigieg, Pedersen coming through, Harriet coming through in 16th. He'll be wrapped with that. Brody Barber. Here comes the head of the cheese board. And then we're expecting Cowie Motorsport to come through. Rusty, that really lit up towards the end of that race.
Oh, they were playing for every little point they could get, but it just turned into giving them all away at the end there for Andre Elliott and Holyoake. It was not ideal for them, but this fella right here, putting on another absolute masterclass. We saw him dominate last night with nearly a minute lead in the Rangiart series, and he has proven how he can do it in not just an open wheeler, but in an RX-8 as well. This rotary powered machine, not making a lot of grip or horsepower, but he is quick in anything he jumps in with. Another 9-second lead from a 17-minute race.
Yeah, that was great driving from Benny Hines in that last race, and he really needed to try and keep his championship hopes alive as we go into the last round, which is next Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss that one. Benny, give us some smoke, mate. You've earned it. Throw down some skids and let's see a bit of action. What a drive from him. As I said, second. He was second on the grid, and I knew if he got to the front it would be on. We're starting to see Remo jump in there now. He's going to give us a few skids. Well deserved as well from Remo. He had all the pressure in the world from McFadden coming through in third. That race had everything, and it's sort of a little bit of mayhem in the end. I love it when that happens. The boys get a bit loose and we just start to see a little bit of action.
Yeah, 100%. And everyone's actually looking like they're a bit happy. We was talking about how we probably reckon that Haxter's fuming, but that's not the look of someone who's fuming. He's doing skids on the front straight away, same with half the field. Have a look at this. Heaps of Speed Nation cars just going out to show who the naming right sponsor is and showing it proudly and just putting on an absolute masterclass. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a podium probe that we have got to get to in just a moment, and we will be back with you shortly.
And welcome to the Podium Probe, ladies and gentlemen, as we are joined by our first and second place getter. And I tell you what, let's start with Remo. Remo, how was the pressure there for McFadden? He was definitely on his way, mate.
Yeah, he certainly was coming for that second place. I was sweating, but just managed to hold him off. He sort of gained on me in a few sections, but just did enough to keep him behind me.
Hell yeah, no, that was an awesome drive, mate. Was that your first podium for the season?
First podium in these cars. They've been a handful, to be honest.
Great driving, mate. It was awesome to see. We're all sitting here going, hold McFadden back, hold him back, and you did a great job under pressure. But I need to cross over to our winner of that one, Mr. Benny Hines. When I saw you sitting in second there, mate, I went, geez, he's going to be a handful. If he gets in front, he's going to run away with it. And you did exactly that, mate. And well deserved after race 1 and 2, mate. There were some tragedies going on through those ones.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there in race 1 with the old internet disconnect, but happy to make a comeback there and got a bit lucky as well with the reverse grid, so just got the lead and ran with it.
No, it was definitely a good drive, mate. But one thing I do want to comment on, I commented right on the start of the stream when I first come in here. The line that you're taking through that chicane is absolutely wild. So let me just clarify this one for a second. So we're not allowed to cut across the bitumen at whatever that last track that we went to was, across the pit lane, but it's okay to run across the grass. Is that about right?
I don't know if you can't have all the wheels on the grass, that's for sure. But I think the track limits are a bit generous in some of the spots there, and we were sort of trying our best to drive to them with all the practice laps we did. So yeah.
No, how was the car feeling, mate? Was it a bit of a handful for this one, or did it actually bounce out all right for you?
Yeah, no, definitely a bit of a handful after a few laps. Those left-hand tyres getting hot, so started to get a bit slidey.
I had an absolute blast with that one. The racing was so clean tonight. Race 3, we saw a few little taps and bumps, but they were still addressed, and everyone sort of took the positions back. It was clean for most of it. It was just unreal to watch, and I tell you, gents, there was many comments through the YouTube channel about that, so great driving tonight. Thank you for turning it up. It's been an absolute blast watching yous.
Thanks very much, Dino. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. And thanks to all the other races as well. Good night. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Always a good time.
I love it. Thank you, gentlemen. And Rusty, mate, thank you very much for joining me in the box for race 3. And Zach, thank you for race 1 and 2. But I've had an absolute blast here tonight, Rusty. I bet you're glad you jumped in for that last one.
Oh, 100%. It really turned it on. And I was watching pretty well the whole time while you were doing race 1 and 2 just on the YouTube, and I just had to get involved because it's just absolutely turning up. How did you find this one, Zacko?
What happened, Mr. Drifter?
I don't even know what that means.
What a cracking event nonetheless, and really, really enjoyed that, boyos. Thank you very much, Lee, for everyone to show up tonight. For all the Wednesday Cup competitors, the skin is on. There's still skin in the game. We've got one round to go next Wednesday, and it's going to be from Okayama, right back in Japan, right in the place where these boys love to race, and home of the RX-8s where they've been born and bred too. So get yourself strapped in for that. Cash is on. $100 for P1, $75 for P2, and $50 for P3 in the championship will all be decided after next week's event. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a Simsational TV production. Thank you to everyone involved in the chat tonight. Thanks to everyone out there watching on as well, and to our naming rights sponsors, Speed Nation, ARD Importing, SDT Driver Training, Bilco Pack. Your sponsorships are absolutely guaranteed to be the best thing that ever happened to us here at Simsational TV. But for us here, myself, Zach O'Reilly, Dino Hanley, and for the partial last third of the broadcast, Rusty Ryan Carlson, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from all of us here. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, as always, you know what to do. Keep it flat out.
Simsational TV YouTube channel. Don't fucking miss it.